Think you know everything about gas? Think again. From magic gas-saving gadgets to premium fuel fairy tales, the world is packed with myths that drivers blindly believe, and their wallets pay the price. The worst part? These bogus tips don't just sound dumb, they're quietly draining your wallet every time you hit the pump. In this video, we are busting 11 of the dumbest fuel myths that stupid people fall for. We'll keep it simple, clear up the confusion, and help you understand what's real and what's just plain wrong about what you put in your car. Let's dive in and debunk some fuel foolishness. Myth number 11. Premium fuel makes your car perform better. Just because it says premium on the pump doesn't mean your car suddenly turns into a race car. A lot of drivers assume higher octane gas gives more power, better mileage, or cleaner engine performance. Sounds great, but it's mostly marketing. The truth is, if your car doesn't require premium fuel, you're just wasting money. Your car won't go faster, last longer, or run smoother just because you put in the fancy stuff. Premium fuel typically has an octane rating of 91 or higher compared to regular gas at 87. The higher octane doesn't add horsepower, it simply resists engine knocking, a problem that can occur in high compression engines or turbocharged vehicles. If your engine was designed with premium in mind, that fuel keeps it running safely and efficiently. But if your car was made for regular gas, premium fuel won't make a difference. And about those engine cleaning claims? Don't buy the hype. All gasoline sold in the US, regular, mid-grade, or premium, contains detergents that prevent carbon buildup. There's nothing magic about premium fuel. If your engine actually needs cleaning, a professional service is the answer, not a pricier pump. Bottom line, if your owner's manual doesn't call for premium, stick with regular and keep your money where it belongs in your wallet. Myth number 10. Driving on a low fuel tank destroys the engine. Some drivers start to panic the moment their fuel gauge dips below half, convinced that running on low fuel will destroy the engine. But here's the truth. That belief is mostly rooted in outdated car tech. Back in the day, cars had metal fuel tanks that could rust or collect condensation, especially when low on fuel. But modern vehicles now use plastic tanks and sealed vapor systems that keep moisture out, so the whole rust and condensation fear doesn't apply anymore. Another popular myth is that low fuel stirs up dirt or debris, sending it into the engine. But here's the truth, your fuel pump always draws fuel from the bottom of the tank, whether it's full or almost empty. If there's any dirt or water in there, it's getting pulled through regardless of fuel level. That's exactly why fuel filters exist, and in modern cars, they're extremely effective at catching contaminants before they ever reach the engine. Running low on fuel won't destroy your engine, but it can put extra strain on your fuel pump. The pump relies on fuel for cooling and lubrication. When you're constantly driving on fumes, the pump can overheat, leading to premature wear over time. So no, your engine won't die from a near-empty tank, but your fuel pump might thank you for keeping it out of survival mode. Myth number 9. Fill up in the morning to get you more gas. Consumer Reports busted the popular myth that filling up your tank early in the morning gives you more fuel for your money. While it's true that gasoline expands slightly with heat, fuel is stored in underground tanks where temperatures stay stable, usually around 62 degrees Fahrenheit, regardless of how hot or cold it is outside. Their tests showed that even when air temperatures varied by 12 degrees Fahrenheit or more, the fuel temperature coming out of the nozzle didn't change. So that old tip about filling up in the morning when it's cooler to get denser fuel, completely false. The fuel's density stays nearly the same, whether it's dawn or dusk. Modern fuel pumps are also calibrated to account for temperature, delivering precise measurements every time. Sure, the first gallon or two might be slightly warmer from sitting in the pump, but after that, it's all identical. At best, the difference is about 1%. We're talking pennies, not dollars. So forget the 5 a.m. gas runs. The only thing you're saving is a spot in line, not money in your wallet. Myth number 8. Big gas stations have better fuel. Some folks swear by big-name gas stations like Shell or Chevron, thinking their fuel is somehow purer or better. But here's the real deal. All gas sold in the US has to meet strict quality standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. That means whether you're filling up at a fancy station or a roadside no-name pump, the base fuel is virtually the same. In fact, most gas comes from the same regional refineries. And here's a fun fact. You'll often see the same fuel truck delivering to both premium and budget stations, regardless of the logo on the sign. Now, where brands like Shell and Chevron stand out is in the extras. They add special detergent packages, like Shell's nitrogen-enriched cleaning system or Chevron's Techron to help clean your engine and reduce carbon buildup over time. These can be great, especially for turbocharged or direct injection engines. But let's be clear, these additives won't magically boost your horsepower, improve mileage, or save you money at the pump. Even popular names like Techron are about engine cleanliness, not performance gains. Smaller stations may skip the fancy extras to cut costs, but that doesn't mean their fuel is junk. It still meets strict quality laws. Bottom line, your car doesn't care about brand names. As long as the station's legit and your fuel is fresh, you're good to go. Skip the gas station loyalty myths, fuel smart, and let your wallet breathe a little. Myth number 7, turning off the AC saves. Gas mileage, you've probably heard it. Turn off the AC, roll down the windows, and save gas. Sounds smart, but it's mostly a myth. While your air conditioner does use energy because it's powered by your engine, the impact is much smaller than most people think. Modern vehicles have efficient AC systems, and studies show they typically increase fuel consumption by only 5 to 10%. That's noticeable, but not the fuel-sucking monster many assume. The real problem is aerodynamic drag. When you roll down your windows, especially at highway speeds, you create wind resistance that forces your engine to work harder. The faster you go, the worse it gets. Consumer Reports found that at speeds above 55 miles per hour, open windows can hurt fuel economy more than using the air conditioning. So if you're rolling all the windows down on the freeway, thinking you're saving fuel, you might actually be wasting more. So, what's the smarter choice? In slow city traffic, windows down can help a bit, but on highways, keep them up and use the AC moderately. Instead of sweating to save a few cents, focus on what really improves mileage: smooth driving, properly inflated tires, and routine maintenance. It's not just about comfort, it's about driving smart. You think, that's wild? Buckle up! The next fuel myth we're busting is so shocking, you'll never trust a gas station rumor again. Smash that subscribe button now, or risk missing the truth that could save your engine and your wallet. Myth number 6. Fuel additives improve mileage. Walk into any auto parts store, and you'll see shelves full of fuel additives promising better mileage, cleaner engines, and like-new performance. Tempting, right? But here's the reality. Most of those claims are marketing hype with little real-world proof. If these additives truly delivered major benefits, major fuel companies would already include them in their gasoline to gain a competitive edge. They don't, because the actual improvements are minimal at best. A 2022 study by the American Automobile Association tested popular over-the-counter fuel additives and found that most showed no measurable improvement in fuel economy or engine performance. Even worse, overusing additives or mixing different types can harm your fuel system or interfere with sensitive engine sensors. Octane boosters, in particular, are among the most overhyped products. The promised power boosts are rarely noticeable and often completely exaggerated. The truth is, top-tier fuels from stations like Shell, Chevron, and Exxon already contain high-quality detergents to keep your engine clean. Unless you're dealing with an older, high-mileage engine with specific issues, you likely don't need extra additives. Want real results? Focus on regular maintenance oil changes, clean air filters, proper tire pressure, and the correct fuel grade. That's the real performance hack, not some miracle bottle off the shelf. Myth number 5. Turning off the engine at stoplights saves gas. You've probably heard it. Shut off the engine at red lights to save gas. Sounds smart, right? But here's the truth. Modern engines are built to idle efficiently. They burn very little fuel when stopped, especially compared to older carbureted engines. So yes, technically, turning off your engine does save fuel, but is it worth it for short stops? Not really. For brief pauses, like waiting at a red light, the fuel savings are minimal. Plus, constantly restarting your engine adds wear and tear to the starter motor and ignition switch, both of which can fail over time and cost you more in repairs. The smarter move? If you're stopped for more than 60 seconds, like at a railway crossing or during heavy traffic, go ahead and shut off the engine. For anything shorter, it's better to just let it idle. And if you're driving a hybrid, don't worry. Those vehicles are built to handle frequent engine restarts without stress. For traditional cars, though, the fuel you save at quick stops just isn't worth the hassle or the potential wear. Myth number 4, topping off gets you more gas. You've probably seen it. Someone at the gas station squeezing in a few extra clicks after the pump shuts off, thinking they're getting every last drop of value. But here's the truth. Topping off doesn't give you more fuel, it gives you more problems. When you overfill your tank, excess fuel can overflow into the vapor recovery system, a component designed to trap fuel vapors, not liquid. Flooding it with gas can damage valves and filters, leading to rough idling, poor performance, or even a check engine light. And once it's damaged, repairs aren't cheap. Worse, spilled fuel isn't just messy, it's dangerous. Gasoline is highly flammable, making it a serious fire hazard. It's also harmful to the environment and can damage your car's paint. The corrosive nature of gas can eat through your clear coat if left sitting. So when the pump clicks off, stop. That extra squirt isn't saving you money. It's setting you up for costly repairs and unnecessary risks. Myth number 3, manual transmission saves gas. Many people still think driving a manual saves gas, but that's old news. Back when automatics were slow and clunky, manuals did offer better fuel economy. But today's automatics are packed with smart tech like CVTs, dual clutch systems, and 8 or 10-speed transmissions that shift faster and more efficiently than most drivers ever could. In fact, a 2021 Consumer Report study found that in over 60% of vehicles tested, automatics delivered equal or better fuel economy than their manual versions. These systems are constantly adjusting to driving conditions, finding the perfect gear for maximum efficiency. So if you're holding on to that stick shift, thinking you're saving at the pump, you're probably not. Choose manual if you love the drive, but don't expect it to beat today's fuel-smart automatics. Myth number 2, cruise control uses low fuel. Cruise control is often seen as a magic button for better gas mileage, and in the right conditions, it can be. On long, flat highways, it keeps your speed steady and eliminates those small, unnecessary bursts of acceleration that happen when you're manually controlling the pedal. Fewer speed fluctuations mean less fuel wasted. But here's the catch. Cruise control doesn't think ahead. It doesn't anticipate terrain changes. On hilly roads, it can actually burn more fuel by aggressively trying to maintain your set speed uphill, pushing the engine harder than needed. The real key to fuel efficiency isn't cruise control itself, it's maintaining a consistent speed. So, use it wisely. On flat, open highways, absolutely. But on winding or hilly roads, you're better off staying in control and adjusting with the terrain. Let your foot do the thinking when the road gets tricky. Myth number 1, full throttle coasting in neutral saves fuel. Coasting in neutral saves fuel. You've probably heard that one before. The idea is simple. Shift into neutral while going downhill and let momentum do the work. Sounds smart, right? Not exactly. In modern fuel-injected cars, this myth falls apart. When you coast in gear with your foot off the gas, your car actually cuts fuel delivery entirely. That means zero fuel is being used while engine braking. But when you shift into neutral, the engine has to stay idling, and that still burns fuel. Coasting in neutral doesn't just waste fuel, it can also be dangerous. You lose engine braking and have less control over the car, especially on hills or in emergency situations. Plus, in many places, it's illegal. So while it might feel like a fuel-saving hack, the facts say otherwise. The smarter move? Keep the car in gear, ease off the gas, and let the engine do the work for free. So there you have it, 11 fuel myths that have been draining wallets, damaging engines, and spreading like wildfire for years. How many of these myths have you believed? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more revealing car secrets.